Hi, everyone. My name is Jessica Malka, and I'm here to talk to you about my top 10 films.
Welcome back, everyone, to another incredible episode of Chat with Dan. For today, we have on the show, what can I say? We have again the incredible, the amazing, the badass, the superstar, the legendary, the incredible Jessica. Jessica, how are you today?
Good. How are you, Dan? Such a
Even,
pleasure.
yeah, it's always super badass to have you here. What can I say?
Thank you.
There you go.
Happy
All
to be
right.
here.
So for today, we have something super cool. Basically, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna be saying some movie titles, and we're gonna pick the top 10 of Jessica. Sounds good?
Amazing.
All right. All right. So the first film I got for you. Let's see. It's the Shawshank Redemption. Where will you put that one?
Um, I absolutely adore that film.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
it is such a beautiful, deep film with incredible performances. Um, Morgan Freeman is such a discovery in that film.
Yeah.
Tim Robbins is exceptional in his own way. It's just an incredible story, and it's such a beautiful story. So it's so beautifully told, and also the movie is so well made. Definitely in my top 10, The Shawshank Redemption.
All right. Where will you put it? At number.
I mean, it depends. I think once we get a couple of more titles in, we
Okay.
can
Okay.
we can, put it on a list. But for now, it's definitely in the top 10, The Shawshank Redemption.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it. All right. Couldn't agree more. Second one, we got The Godfather.
of course. I mean,
Mm,
Godfather, I would say for me, part two, but I know in terms of, you know, when it came out,
mm,
that style of storytelling and that type of filming and cinematography, and
yeah.
we had the beginnings of method acting. um so the performances obviously in that movie were exceptional.
Mm,
So yeah, Godfather definitely in the top 10.
there you go.
My personal favorite, The Godfather Part 2.
There you go. It's so interesting why, like, so many people, including me also, prefer the second than the first one.
I
You know?
think it's generational, because I think I agree with you. A lot of like my peers as well prefer the
Mm,
second one,
yeah.
but that could just be like sort of generational. The first one came out in 79. I don't remember. I'm not entirely
Yeah,
sure.
72. The first one came in 72.
And
Yeah.
then, okay, yeah. So, I mean, you know what I mean? It's not our generation.
Hmm.
So maybe, for those that were born earlier, it was like so impactful to
Yeah.
see that level of, I mean, I think in terms of performances, because we did have then, um, like, it was like such a great moment for acting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And also is um the fact that they didn't want Al Pacino at first.
No,
It's so interesting that they didn't want him at all, and then ended up being like his stuff, and then he became like the Godfather of mafia films, like stuff like that. So,
hello, Scarface.
right?
Yes, so good.
Yeah. Okay. So that one is also on the top, but the second
Oh
one.
yeah, yeah, that would be my preference.
Gotcha. All right. All right. So the next one I got for you is the Dark Knight.
Yeah, I mean, excellent film, of
Hmm.
course. I
Hmm.
mean, I was so excited when Christopher Nolan put his hands on such a big franchise,
Yeah.
because I feel like, and I was a fan of the Batman movies before, like they were
Hmm.
fun, but they were very like blockbustery. Not that The Dark Knight isn't, it absolutely is, but they were more like popcorn films, just like
Yeah.
really fun and easygoing and just entertaining.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
then Christopher Nolan puts his hand on this like incredible franchise and makes it so dark and gritty and real and like action packed. I mean, it again, it was like this like new
Hmm.
thing I'd never seen before, where we were like a superhero movie, but that was so real and raw and gritty. I mean, yeah, I mean, what a discovery. It's a
Yeah.
great film. Debatable whether I would put it in my top 10 personally, but I can
Okay.
see why it's there entirely. But if I had to pick, I think in terms of like Christopher Nolan, I would have to pick Inception, because Inception had visuals that we had never seen before.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Darren Aronofsky when he did he first introduced it in Pi, and then we saw it in Requiem for a Dream, that sort of what they call the hip hop shot. We had never seen that before, and for me, Pi, I think you know, is my favorite movie of all times.
Hmm.
And so that to me is so exciting when we get to introduce new visuals that we've never seen before, or new technology that we've never seen before. And so what Christopher Nolan did with Inception, like, you know, incredible. Like, you know,
Hmm.
I was sweating. Like my body had my eyes had never seen
Yeah.
these types of visuals before. And yeah, it's you know, for me, like cinema at its finest, to just, you know, make people feel all kinds of things.
Yeah. So at the moment we got the SHAWSHANK,
The Shawshank Redemption for sure. We have
The
Godfather,
Godfather 2,
and then we have Inception.
Inception. Gotcha.
Yeah, for me. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. All right. All right. So, right. The next one we got is Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. I mean,
Mm,
how could we not have a Tarantino film up there? Yeah, Pulp Fiction was wild. Tarantino is
yeah.
wild. One of my favorites for sure. Um, I personally would choose Kill Bill because of the content and the story.
Yeah.
You
Of course.
you know, lead female, you know, martial arts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so I, as much as I loved Pulp Fiction, it's absolutely a classic. I would personally put Kill Bill in my top 10, just because I'm such a big fan of the story,
Okay.
and you know, and having a very strong badass, like you like to say, female lead.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I did enjoy the trilogy of that one, and possibly between Django and Hateful Eight are like my top,
Whoa.
you know? So, yeah, I agree. Cool. Right. The next one we got is, oh yeah, actually Inception, okay. All right.
Good.
Forrest Gump.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Mm,
Forrest Gump is such a beautiful story.
yeah.
Um, and it was so well recounted, shot, and you know, Tom Hanks
On his
has
finest.
Tom Hanks is at his finest. I mean, it's such a challenge to play. It must have been such a challenge to play that character
Yeah.
for, and I mean, he did such a stellar job. There's at no point in time do I see Tom Hanks in there. And you know, it's incredible sort of sensory memory.
Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
like being able to hold on to that character seamlessly throughout the film. And I mean, it's such a beautiful story. So yeah, Forrest Gump is a classic. Absolutely should be on the top 10
There
list.
you go. That was one of his first, right? Or something like that?
Um,
Or not really? I don't know.
so
Right?
I think like the big movie he did might have come prior to that, and maybe even um the
I mean, because
movie
uh-huh.
big, and then maybe the movie that he didn't he do a movie with Meg Ryan?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what I was gonna say is that he did like a couple of stuff like around 90, 91, you know, like around that time, and then Forrest Gump came at 94. So yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
do
he had
think, yeah.
films, and they were sort of like romantic comedies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then it was like kind of like that like such a dramatic role, all the sensory memory that is involved in creating a character who is, you know, um, deficient.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that was incredible.
Yeah, I never knew that the actual kid who appears in the film, that kid actually that was the way he spoke. I mean that he was speaking, and later on he joined. I think he joined the army or the Marines, something like that, and they actually call him Forrest. That was his nickname. You know,
Oh,
that's pretty
yeah.
interesting. Yeah. So, for the next one, we got Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
I know. So that's not cool of me, but I've been traveling and it's been busy. So I haven't seen Oppenheimer, nor have I seen Barbie. So, just like, not that I have like a preference. My preference would go to Oppenheimer, no doubt.
Hmm.
It's much more my type of film.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm definitely curious to see both.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I love film. Like, I would watch it. But yeah, I'm very excited about Oppenheimer. I've heard some mixed reviews in
Hmm.
terms of peers. But I like to make my own opinion on things. So I can't wait to see it for myself and then judge it for myself.
All right. All right. So, okay. Moving
But we're gonna
forward.
have to skip this one and we'll
Yeah,
have
absolutely. The next one I got for you is The Green Mile.
Oh yeah, The Green Mile. That's sort of in the same, it's such a beautiful film. And it's
Yeah.
sort of in the same vein as The Shawshank Redemption,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Um, but again, like beautiful performances, touching story.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm happy we're telling these stories because yeah, I think it's important to, like, the contrast between such a harsh environment like a jail in both instances, and
Yeah.
having such, and presenting humans in such a delicate way, not a delicate way, but like in a softer way, instead
Mm-hmm.
of seeing that bad, mean. um I mean, he looks it in The Green Mile, but he isn't it. And it's so beautiful for those reasons. And same thing with Tim Robbins in The Shawshank Redemption. Like, it's just, yeah. And even that old man in The Shawshank Redemption,
Yeah, that scene that's like a little bit, yeah, okay, yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
scene was tough to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not all like really mean, ugly bad guys.
Yeah.
Like, there is a soul. It's just, sometimes it's just finding it.
Yeah, like the character of Morgan Freeman, that he committed murder when he was young, and then later on he understand that he was wrong, and then you can see like the whole transition on it. So yeah, it's yeah,
I mean,
it's a rough
always,
film, but it's amazing.
yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, there is, that saying, like, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Um, it's a lot of that. A lot of people that find themselves in those situations, weren't out to do bad things, but just ended up for other reasons having to
Yeah.
do bad things, and
Yeah.
end up for it. So I think, yeah, I think it's just like, it's sometimes just finding the soul, and within certain individuals, and then that's what I love about film and art in general, is
Yeah.
that it creates, again, that social empathy, that yeah, just it creates this like amazing sort of energy. Yeah, love
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. The next one I got for you is Gladiator.
Yeah, Gladiator. I mean, yeah, Russell Crowe, Joaquin Phoenix, what an incredible duo. And
Yeah.
the visuals of that film were stunning. Um I mean, it's such a great film. I think it's Russell Crowe at his best.
Mm-hmm.
Joaquin Phoenix is constantly outdoing himself. So,
Yeah,
his
yeah.
performance was so, I mean, he's definitely one of my favorite actors. I would even say top three male actors. Yeah, his performance was incredible in that
Mm-hmm.
film.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, again, like, what that's why I love film so much. I mean, how interesting to like travel back to that period, and and just get a glimpse of like the life. I think it's so interesting. It's such a great film. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So far, let's recap a little bit. So
Oh my God.
far we got let me go back on top. So we got right, so it's The Godfather 2,
Mm,
Shawshank, Kill Bill, right?
yes,
Inception, Forrest
sure.
Gump. Would you put it or
I mean, I don't know. At the end, maybe we're gonna have to boot out some titles so I
yeah,
can have a proper top
okay,
10.
all right. The Green Mile, and I think so far we're like that, right? I didn't forgot any. All right, okay, cool. Cool. So the next one I got for you is The Lord of the Rings, but like the
Yeah,
whole trilogy, because I have discovered that if I mention, I mean
just
that, you know what I mean?
yeah, I totally know what you mean. Um, so that would not be part of my top 10. And that
Okay,
would it's just personally me
okay.
because I loved the films. I think they were just like so epic and so interesting. The visuals were beautiful, the performances were great. I loved Kate Blanchett in that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mortison, even Elijah Wood. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but to me, like I'm not that into fantasy, so I would pick a lot more other
Yeah, of
titles
course. Mm-hmm.
ahead of Lord of the Rings because I'm more into like drama.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then you know me, I like action.
Yeah, and of
I
course.
mean,
Yeah, I get it.
so I would prefer like the Kill Bill versus the Lord of the Rings. That's just more
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
style personally. So yeah.
All right, so I got one for you. It's The Matrix.
Oh my God, The Matrix. Okay, yeah, no, I love The Matrix. It's so funny because earlier when I said when I watched Inception, you get all like kind of
Mm-hmm.
and I remember watching The Matrix for the first time and how I was at the movie theater, possibly by myself because I did that a lot. And that first scene with Trinity, just like jumping up into that.
Mm-hmm.
I my hands were like just dripping. I was like, what is happening to me? Like, I had never seen this before. It was so thrilling. I was obsessed. I think I
Yeah.
saw that movie in theater like 3, 4 times. I absolutely love The Matrix. And then again, for like so many reasons, like all the action scenes, this like the martial arts, but again, just the visuals, the introduction to that like sort of new visual that was yeah, just incredible. Definitely in my top 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus we got Ken Reeves, so
Sure, I love Keanu Reeves for yes, what a yeah, just a classic actor.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Couldn't agree more. The next one I got for you is Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, of course. I don't love war movies. They really do affect me.
Mm.
If I had to pick one, it would probably be Schindler's List.
I
Like
was
that
actually gonna
one,
mention that one at some point. Okay.
yeah, that one, is by far to me the most impactful war movie there is on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that red coat at the end, it would incredible.
Yeah.
Um, but Saving Private Ryan was like, just very real. That's what I remember from the movie. Like really real. Like you almost felt like you were there with them, like so for that I was truly impressed and it's like it's a beautiful story and it's beautifully told.
Yeah.
Hands
Yeah.
down. Great.
Yeah.
And I would choose Schindler's List in terms of a war movie that I think is just so impactful.
Yeah. That movie actually, between the Schindler List and Saving Private Ryan, I think those films. The thing was, I watched them when I was very little, so they shocked me, of course, and but that got me a lot into the whole like history. I mean, not only World War II history, but it got me like way deep into history like itself, because I was like, there's so many stories that that needs to be told that we don't know about, back when I was in Germany, some time ago, I met a guy who basically, the way that his grandpa met her grandma, so he was deployed in service on the German side, but he was sending like constant love letters to her, and they were like back and forth, and then he got missing in action, and then she thought that he died, but turns out that he didn't. What ended up happening is that he left his uniform to go back with her and stay with her because he knew what was going to happen later on after the whole war was ended. And when he was telling me that later on with the whole chat with Dan stuff, I was like, I wonder if I can manage to get in touch with that guy again, because that story would be like an interesting film. It's a story that needs to be told. So yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, uh, it's not so much of a war movie, a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a foreign film. I forget who the film director is, but it's called The Lives of Others.
Okay.
It's like such a beautiful film. And that one is set in the 80s before the fall of the Berlin Wall. So you
Okay.
had in West Germany, and this is a recount of how things were functioning in East Germany
Yeah.
that wasn't already liberated. I hope I'm saying that right. And yeah, it's an incredible film. Yeah, it's a German film. The Lives of Others, I highly recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. There are so many films like they will tell incredible stories like that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, amazing.
Right. Right. So the next one I got for you is Fight Club.
Of course. I mean, Fight Club was so unique, and I mean, just incredible performances. Obviously, Edward Norton, Brad Pitt. I mean, Brad Pitt was exceptional in that film, but Edward Norton too,
Mm-hmm.
and Elena Bonham Carter, which I adore. She's such a incredible character actress. I really, really like her a lot. Yeah, I mean, what a great film. Like, what a
Mm-hmm.
fun, how
Yeah.
just, yeah, interesting. Would it be in my top 10? Probably not, but
Okay.
great film.
Okay. What about Interstellar?
Oh yeah, I mean, Interstellar, again, that's Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, he's such a talented filmmaker. It's incredible. I mean, yeah, Interstellar was exceptional.
Yeah.
But I think again, I would choose Inception just because I think Inception came first.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all about the introduction of that visual.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so yeah, but no, I mean, it's like incredible. Jessica Chastain, just beautiful performances. Um, but Inception would be my top choice for Nolan.
Or no, gotcha. What
Yeah.
about The Departed?
Yay, Scorsese. Yeah, The Departed is amazing. Of course. But no, I mean, I would pick other movies by Scorsese ahead of The Departed, but we're so, I'm obviously such a great film. We got Jack Nicholson, I mean, Matt Damon, we have DiCaprio.
Yeah, the cast
The cast
is
is so
yeah.
well,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, yeah, his cinematography, his directing is so good. His
Mm-hmm.
storytelling is so
Mm-hmm.
good.
Mm-hmm. What about The Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, again, like Wolf of Wall Street, also great film. Not my favorite. Not my
Okay.
favorite is. So yeah, no, I was very impressed with Raging Bull, and Goodfellas,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. We'll end there. Goodfellas, top 10 for sure.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Alien, back in 79.
Yeah, I mean, Alien, yeah, I loved Alien. You know what? It's kind of funny because um like maybe in the last decade or two, they did these movies, like they did, Predator, obviously, Predator, like
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
you
Mm-hmm.
but they did a movie that was actually pretty like super entertaining, where it was like Predator versus Alien almost
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw it.
or something. Um, but I thought that was so cool. So it was just so nice to like reintroduce the alien, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and then have it compete against Predator. I don't know why. Like again, so see, my taste in movies is varied.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, no, Alien obviously was so cool. Again, female lead, strong in, strong female lead. Love that. And yeah, I mean, like, what a scary movie. In the same vein, and this is more of our generation, have you seen Life? Because that one really, like, I thought that was a very good movie.
Life.
Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds, Rebecca Ferguson.
I think I did
Uh,
watch it.
it's such a good movie in terms of like alien life type discovery. Like that was a really, really good movie. I
Oh yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
yeah. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
such a good movie. Like, oh my God. Like, you know what I mean? In terms of like carrying alien life on a ship.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
that movie really, I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds in his like, typical sort of comical. I thought it was a great film. And
Yeah.
I'm a really big fan of Rebecca Ferguson, which, we've seen recently in Dune. I haven't seen the show Silo yet, but I'm excited to start it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she's a fantastic actress.
Yeah. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now the next one I got for you is, let me see. All right, yeah. Parasite.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that in the movie theater when was this? I don't remember. I think it was in 2021. Was it 2021 or 2020? When
Let
did
me
it
see
come
here
out?
for you. I got it. It came out in where I lost it. Wait, let me find it. Ah, dang it. Oh yeah, 2019 actually.
So then I must have seen it in 2020
Yeah.
because I saw it in the movie theaters. Um, and yeah, I mean, great, great film. Great film, like so important to discuss the topic of,
Mm-hmm.
like that, inequality of wealth distribution, all
Totally.
that, you know, it, it's so important also like nowadays because we are seeing such a bigger gap between, you know, sort of the lower class and the higher class, and we're seeing like a sort of in America disappearance of the middle class,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not, that's just going to make the that gap even bigger, and it's not,
Yeah.
it's to the detriment of societies for sure. But great film. I mean, one that I want to talk about that um is not often mentioned sometimes
Okay.
uh is Wong Kar-wai's In the Mood for Love, if you've never seen it. In the Mood for
Mm-mm.
Love, the visuals, the storytelling, it's absolutely stunning.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Wong Kar-wai In the Mood for Love, I think that would be in my top 10. I don't know if we have any more room in my top 10, but I would definitely pick that film.
On your top 10 for sure.
Yeah, in my top 10. That's sort of like coming from East Asia, like just that that is one of my favorite films
Okay.
from.
Okay. So we got a couple of more, and then we will pick the official top 10.
Amazing.
All right. The next one I got for you is Joker, from Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. That movie is so good,
Mm-hmm.
but the movie is so good because of Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, true.
so I mean, if you take out Joaquin Phoenix and you put a mediocre actor there, that movie wouldn't we wouldn't be talking about that movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So as much as I love that film and I'm obsessed with his performance in it, like obsessed. Like his body language is for me like just he's such an exception. He's probably like again one, yeah, top 3, one of the best on the planet, like best actor alive.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um but um but I think he made Joker.
Yeah.
I think he made Joker. So I don't know if I would put it in my list of 10 best films. It would definitely be like best performances by an actor, by like a leading actor, but not film.
Okay. Yeah, I
How
can.
interesting. Again, how interesting to bring such a real dark, gritty. I mean, obviously the Joker has got to be dark and gritty, but like it was so real. Again, we're departing from that sort of popcorn blockbuster
Yeah,
like
superhero stuff. Yeah.
stuff. Like it hits different. And then obviously you put Joaquin Phoenix in like and just creates such an incredible performance. Yeah, I mean it's definitely what a winner.
Yeah.
Uh, but not in my top 10, just because I think it's like a best performance type film, not necessarily best film.
Yeah, he won an Oscar actually that year, right? For Best Actor.
He didn't. I
He
wouldn't
did.
believe in the Oscars anymore.
Right.
No, but it's he
Yeah, he did.
one of the best perform. Oh no, I know he did. One of the best performances, I think, to me, like
Yeah.
of all time. Like we've
Mm-hmm.
seen this guy transform, but to me, I just remember this one moment where he's kicking garbage in an alleyway. And just that, you see Joker.
Mm-hmm.
See Joker, the Joker. You see him just by the way he kicks garbage. And to me as an actor, I like it's so wild and beautiful to just through your body language tell
Mm-hmm.
me exactly who you are without even saying a word.
Yeah.
That to me is the best acting ever. Like that's the best acting.
Yeah,
So yeah.
absolutely. I mean, he went super. Yeah, it's my brother. He hates comic book films. He hates them. So then,
Mhm.
but I told him like about this one. I was like, this is a totally different way of comic. I mean, you just watch it and you'll see. So he watched it and then yeah, he loved it. He was like, this is the first one that I can say that it was actually really good because yeah, like the way it tells a story. It's and also as we were saying, I mean, it has Joaquin Phoenix on it. So what else do
No,
we need? You know what I mean? So
no, sleep well at night. You
yeah,
go walking the title.
absolutely, absolutely. All right. So, okay. The next one I got for you is Life is Beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's so okay. That's another war movie. What is the name of the film director? I forget. He's
Let me get it for you. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. The name of the director is Roberto Benigni.
oh yeah, he wrote and directed it. He's the lead actor in it. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, impressive. Um, and another like such such a beautiful story. So sweet and sad. To find the beauty in the horror of war is like, priceless. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's definitely like a movie that marked me. Yeah, it's a tough one now that you've mentioned that one in terms of war movie. I mean, I know Schindler's List is a masterpiece. But Life is Beautiful is a very close second.
Okay. Okay. Right. So I think I mentioned more than 10. I
Of
think
course
I did.
we
Okay.
did.
So right now, so far, how would be your top 10? Let's go for number one. No. Let's go for 10 to 1. Yeah. I think it would be better.
Oh,
Number
I don't
10.
think I remember everything I said, like in terms of like films, but yeah, I think it would probably be easier to start with like one.
Fair enough.
But then I think one should be no, not necessarily. Um, yeah, see, that's a tough one.
Yeah, this is gonna be
I think
difficult.
it's gonna be so difficult.
Hmm.
But let me give it a go. Yeah, I think I would put Oof, this would be tough. But like, yeah, I think I would start with like Schindler's List, and then I would have probably Godfather Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else do I got? I mean, the SHAWSHANK Redemption. What else?
We got Inception.
Like Inception, The Matrix. I would put them like maybe 6, 7,
Mm-hmm.
because like we put them up there because of the visuals,
Yeah.
but in
Mm-hmm.
terms of like best film, I don't know if I would put them in my top 5. I think what else? What else do I have?
You got Kill Bill.
Kill Bill, not top 5. Like again, this is like it's just, they're picked specifically for me because of what I personally like, but in terms of like best movie that I think, would reach that are like impactful and important. Um yeah, what else do we got? What else do we have?
We got The Green Mile, Gladiator,
Mhm.
Alien. We got Life is Beautiful. What else do we got here?
I said In the Mood for Love by Wong Kar-wai. It's a beautiful film. Yeah, I mean, I think I would probably like I have way more than 10 there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So Schindler's List, Godfather Part 2, um, The Shawshank Redemption. Fine, I'll put Inception as 4. In the Mood for Love, 5. Um, Kill Bill, 6.
Mm-hmm.
I know we got 7, 8, 9, and 10, I guess. So I know we're gonna put the Matrix in there. So then I really just have 3 other titles. I think I would have to put a Scorsese film. So I would have to put Goodfellas. Goodfellas is number 4. We're gonna push everything down. Inception
Okay.
is 5.
Yeah.
6 is Kill Bill.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 will be The Matrix. 8, 9, 10. Oh wait, how do I still have 3 titles? What am I missing? Oh no, In the Mood for Love. Yeah, I have to push it. So then just 2 titles left. I mean, we could put Alien in there. It was so,
Okay.
yeah, we could put Alien in there. And then what else? I mean, like, you know what? It's kind of quirky, but we didn't mention it. And I don't think it's anybody's like best film of all times, but I'm so in love with that film. It's like literally one of my favorite films, Luc Besson's The Fifth Element.
The one with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, the one with Bruce Willis. Have you seen it?
And oh, of course, yeah. Of course, Chris Tucker was on it too.
Tucker's so cool in that film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know, I
Yeah,
loved
we didn't mention that one. Yeah, that's true.
it's set into like a futuristic time. It
Mm-hmm.
was so creative.
Mm-hmm.
And action film, Luc Besson is so good at that. And I just loved all the like sort of art directing, all the like
Yeah.
all the looks. It was so something like interesting, something from the future, like set in the future. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people would choose like Back to the Future, but like me personally, like I would choose like something like The Fifth Element,
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, they're like, if someone would, yeah, like if someone would do that, they're like totally different.
Yeah,
Like totally opposites at all. I mean, like the Back to the Future is like a more, it has like more, fun, quirky.
yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, it's amazing. But like the Fifth Element is that it has like more action, like one on one. Like shootings, explosions, things like that. So yeah,
And
yeah.
then you're gonna get it from this girl because I'm such a big fan of that. So yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say Blade Runner. I don't know why.
Ooh, Blade Runner, it's good. But you know, I have to also come like from like the movies that impacted me
Yeah, of
personally.
course.
And like The
Mm-hmm.
Matrix, somebody else might just be like, yeah, it's a good action film. It's really good. But like, would I put it in my top 10? No.
Mm-hmm.
But like
Mm-hmm.
me, that the technology was so interesting, blew my
Mm-hmm.
mind. Like just blew
Mm-hmm.
my mind to the point where I'm like, yes, if I don't put it in my top 10, like what do I need to see
Yeah,
for there, for there to be a film in my top 10? So
totally.
yeah.
Totally. And we also forgot to mention Top Gun, Mission Impossible. You
Yeah,
forgot
those
that
are
one too.
cool films, but not like, again, what's so specific with The Matrix and Inception is that we were just introduced to
New stuff.
visual,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
new visuals that,
Yeah.
that's what I said when I watched Top Gun Maverick. I was so impressed with that shot. I was like, where is the camera? Like, how do they shoot this? When the jet goes above Ed Harris's head,
Mm-hmm.
and like
Mm-hmm.
everything sort of like moves around him, but he doesn't. You know, was the camera in cement? Because with such a blow, like the camera would have moved.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can steady it afterwards in post production and stuff, but I was like, that shot happened so quick and it was so cool. I was like, wow, like,
Yeah.
fun. That little bit in Top Gun Maverick really got to me.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, it plus it's Tom Cruise. It has his touch on the stuff.
I
So.
know. Like all his Mission Impossible films. I'm such a big
Mm-hmm.
fan of the latest one. Yeah, those are like the type of things, the type of movies that I really enjoy that,
Yeah.
such a good time
I
going
agree.
to.
I mean, at the end, what can I say, Jessica? I mean, besides being an incredible, super badass, talented, incredible actress, you're also super cool, and also you have an incredible film taste. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure also that I'll be putting the list on the videos, and then people can be like, okay, I agree or not. Also, want to thank those who are watching this. Thank you so much. Let us know in the comments if you agree or not with the list. And
Yeah.
again, Jessica, keep killing it. Keep being this incredible, amazing, of a legendary, of a sunshine person you always are. And I'll see you in the
Thank
next
you.
one.
So are you. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.